Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's round 14. This NPL Women's Victoria clash between two sides that are swallowing the bottom of the NPL Women's Victoria. It's 11th placed Bentleigh Greens versus 12th place Brunswick Juventus. Of course, both sides have dived into the transfer window, and we will go over those transfers whilst we go over the lineups. For the home side, in between the sticks today is number 2, Sophia Varley. Number 16, Natalie Grimer. Number 17, Layla Butler. Number 18, Holly Tansen. Number 20, Ellie Tor. Number 21, Theodora Jurek. Number 23, Natalie Chaya. Number 24, Sabine Montenegro. Number 25, Layla Hussein. Number 26, Natalia O'Leary. Number 27, Mary Stanek Floody. And for the visitors in the green, in between the sticks is number 1, Taylor Murphy. Number 2, Amelia Tartaglia. Number 4, Sydney Allen. Number 6, Olivia Ingham. Number 10, Coco Parker. Number 11, Delaney Kenny. Number 12, Reagan Bridges. Number 16, Tanika Lala. Number 17, Karina Tolios. And number 22, Olivia Hager. And number 28, Samantha Kerwood Wagner. As mentioned, it's both sides struggling for form just a little bit in this league. Both sides have gone the last 3 weeks without a win. Of course, it's Bentleigh Greens in their infamous green, and Brunswick Juve in the black and white stripes. And it will be Brunswick Juve to kick us off to the left of the screen. Bentleigh Greens to the right, the car park side. Of course, both sides struggling for goals as well. Bentleigh Greens have only scored 11 this season, and their top goal scorer is not in the squad today, in Anna Rummel. Here's Hussein, who goes long to Danik Floody and out wide. And Juve have a chance here to capitalise real early. Goes around 1. See the chance to cross the ball into the box, and it could be early. Has gone all the way across the face of the goal. Stanik Floody. It's going to be retained by Taylor Murphy. And that was O'Leary. Goes to Stanik Floody. Finds Stanik Floody. And here's a chance now for Juve to go early. Straight into the goalkeeper, but it's offside is the call. Of course, some notable absentees from both teams. We will go over those a bit later in the game when it's time for some substitutes. Of course, we do see in front of us on the stream Giorgio Giuliani to score a couple weeks ago in that 2-1 loss against the Eagles. Since then, they beat Alameen 1-0. Emily Keppen's absent from the side. 4-2 loss against FV Academy with Coco Parker double. They did lose 1-0 to South Melbourne and lost 3-1 to Heidelberg. It was Tanika Lala who got that goal for them, Bentleigh Greens. And since their 2-1 win against Spring Hills, in which Peyton Woodward, the goalkeeper, and Danny McKenzie did score, they have failed to get any points since then. Of course, they did sit on 6 points, as it's sent long down the line to Montenegro. And Bridges will drive the ball out of defence. Kerwood Wagner to Parker. And that's long by Kenny. And here's Allen. And Allen goes long across the face. And there's a chance here. Cuts inside. And strikes. And it's just pushed away by Tanika Lala. And that was Olivia Haga there. The link up there. He almost could have gone herself. But just didn't get enough power on the shot. Here's Varley, the former Melbourne City goalkeeper. It's Bridges. Long by Haga. And here's Ingham, who crosses. And it will be a corner for the visitors. A goal kick, rather, for the home side. Sophia Varley, of course, the 21-year-old, into her 4th season at Melbourne City. Between the sticks. We're in the number 2, surprisingly. Here's O'Leary. And here's Long. Sabine Montenegro with a chance. Drive down the line, and that's Coco Parker who does get the better of her. And here's Allen, the captain. Tripped by Durick. Kerwood Wagner goes on the inside of Montenegro and down the line to try find Parker. Doesn't quite get there. And she's chasing Montenegro. There will be a throw in the arms of Kerwood Wagner. He goes to Lala. And here's a chance now for Juve to go the other way. Then outside of the boot, down the line. Tartaglia. Back to Murphy. And over to Bridges. The American. And it's a long ball with the chance to find Sydney Allen. Headed on. Still Sydney Allen. Sydney Allen, the cross into the box. Try find her winger. Doesn't quite get to Coco Parker, but he's Kenny. Kenny strikes. That's brilliant by Kenny, and it's off the crossbar. And here's Allen with another chance. Goes herself. Deflected near post. Tor. Delaney. Back to Tor. And long to Lala. Lala still going. Cuts back. Finds her winger in Tor. Still Tor. So back. She's got 2 in front of her, but she does get around 1 and gets around the 2nd and the 3rd. And there's a chance now on Sydney Allen. And it's Brunswick Juve going back up the other way. Here's Chea. Chea driving. Another chance here for Juve. Keep going. Bridges. Allen. Allen cuts back. Goes across. Tries to find Parker, but it gets to Kerwood Wagner. And Parker. Fresh off a brace from last week. On the inside. Parker. Tripped. No foul is the call. And it's back the other way with Juve. Hussein. the 16-year-old. Goes to Tartaglia. One of the newest acquisitions for Bentleigh Greens, who goes good along to Coco Parker. Montenegro. Still Montenegro. Crossed into the box by Montenegro, and it doesn't quite get anywhere. Tartaglia to Kerwood Wagner. Once again to find Lala. Doesn't quite get to her either. And here's Parker. Up against O'Leary. Still Parker and O'Leary battling. And it's a free kick the other way to Brunswick Juve. It's a good crowd here at CB Smith Reserve, of course. I guess the home of Falconer. Adopted by Brunswick Juve. Of course, Pascoe Vale did play here for a couple seasons while Hoskin Reserve was getting renovated. And here's a chance for the Greens. Cuts outside and strikes close to Sophia Varley. And it's another chance for now for Delaney Kenny. Not out of danger just yet for the Greens. To Nicolala. Tried at the keeper, but it's a chance here for Juve to drive. Gone from distance, oh my. And Taylor Murphy does retain it. Long by Montenegro. Bridges. Back to Parker to Kerwood Wagner. So to Bridges. Long by Bridges to Allen. O'Leary. And it's a free kick here for the home side. Of course, on the bench for the Greens is number 3, Izzy Fernandez, number 8, Caitlin Storey, number 13, Belinda Stojewski, number 14, Natalie Pittock, and number 23, Rebecca Saba, and number 5, Morv Brown. For the home side, number 5, Mia Sakursi, number 6, Natasha Colosimo, number 8, Sienna Capola, number 11, Danny McKenzie. Number 29, Tiana Fonides. And number 14, Tiana Pandov. But it has just gone all the way through to Taylor Murphy once again. Bridges drives. Ever present in his side has been Reagan Bridges, of course. Played majority of the games this season. Here's Lala. He's pushed off the ball. And it will be a free kick. No advantage played by Shab Shaban. Tartaglia. Long by Tartaglia to Coco Parker. She's only got Montenegro to beat, who does get there actually. And it's Allen. Allen will go herself into the box. It's knocked on by O'Leary. Still O'Leary. And this time, it's Danik Floody. Has gone back out once again. It's a throw. Tor. It's driven by Bridges again to Tor. Long by Tor. Offside. Shouts of offside, but it won't be offside. And here's Sophia Varley. To Chaya. To Grima. To Montenegro. Coburn Wagner does get the better of her, but it's still Montenegro driving. Tries to find a man in the box. She's on the floor, quite in trouble here. But it will be play on. And here's a chance for the Greens. Goes wide to Ellie Tor. Into the box. Cleared once again by Ali Tenson. Ingham driving, and here's Lala. Once again, it's gone out for another goal kick here at CB Smith Reserve. Struggling to bring it out of the back, Juve. But it will be another chance for the Greens to progress. And here's Kenny. And here's Allen now. Orphanitas. Kenny. To Allen. And does have Parker on the wing. She goes to Kerwood Wagner, who does go to Parker. Montenegro gets in front of her, and she'll drive down the line. Gets past Kerwood Wagner. She's very wide on the wing, and she's got a couple men in the box for a chance to drive down the line and cross the ball in. Cleared by Kerwood Wagner, and off the back of Sabine Montenegro will be a goal kick. Tartaglia. Bridges. Back to Tartaglia. Goes to Kerwood Wagner. Does a Perker. Still Kerwood Wagner. Up against Montenegro. And here's Parker. It's tripped. It has gone out for a throw. Kerwood Wagner to restart the play from throw. And she goes to Parker. Parker crosses. Deflected. Off Montenegro once again. It's been all over it today, Montenegro. Of course, one of the newer signings for Brunswick Juve. The signing they desperately did need. Coming over from Uni of New South Wales in the NPLWs. Western New South Wales, rather. And here's Allen to take the corner. And she does have quite a bit of height in the box to aim for. Does Sydney Allen, the captain. And she goes outwards. Into the box by Reagan Bridges. But here's a chance now for Juve to progress. And here's Hussein, 16-year-old, knocks it on. Tolios. Kerwood Wagner. Back to her centre back in Tartaglia. This is Kenny. Cleared by Tor. And he's Ingham, who goes to Tor. Kenny to Parker. Parker with a chance to cross the ball in, cuts inside. Goes to Sydney Allen, tries it, but Kenny goes from distance. Kenny over the bar. And then will be Fivali once again with the keeper kick. He does have Chaya close. She won't go to her, and she will go long to Holly Tansen. And here's Allen. Driving Allen, who strikes just wide. So Valley will just take her time as well. Of course, she's not in a rush. This is a massive 6-pointer in this league, of course. Brunswick Juve did actually get relegated last season. Of course, they were reinstated into the league due to Casey Comet's financial issues, and they had to withdraw. Oh, and that's a great stop by Lala. Montenegro. So of course, Brunswick Juve did finish third last in the league. That means, therefore, they did go down. They were obviously reinstated into the league. Bentleigh Green stayed up on the final day, and here's Lala. Strike by Lala, it's just gone wide. Backwards by Hager. Tries to find Lala in the box, and here's another chance. This time, it's Hager. Tolios to Hager. Back to Tolios. O'Leary. Into the box to Tansen. And here's Parker, who has Sydney Allen in front of her. She'll go herself and go to Sydney Allen. Goes around one. Retained by Gramer. And it's sent long. And here's a chance for Hussein. Long by Murphy. Kenny. Allen. Back to Kenny. Through ball through to Lala. It's not quite got there. Of course, another signing by Bentleigh Greens. It's Olivia Ringham. Playing in the centre of the midfield, wearing the number 6 shirt. Oh, and it's just gone behind Tartaglia, and his Bridges, who goes all the way back to Murphy. To Bridges. He's playing around the back. Under pressure. And she does go to Bridges, who has a man on her. Bridges gets out of safety. But it's not far enough, and here's a chance. And here's Hussein. Again. And it has gone in. Natalia O'Leary with the goal. On debut, Natalia O'Leary. There was a defensive error there by Regan Bridges. Just had a bit too much confidence on the ball. And it's come out of nowhere as well, of course. Greens were pretty dominant in those opening 20 minutes here at CV Smith Reserve. It was just a defensive error once again, and it's been a common trend in this side for both these teams, rather. Of course, they don't score many, but they do concede a lot. Goes to Montenegro, and they've got confidence now to play forward. O'Leary, the goal scorer. Goes to Tansen. O'Leary crosses the ball in. Finds the head. It does. It is retained by Taylor Murphy only just. And she'll go wide. Haga. Once again trying to drive with the ball, and it hasn't worked out for her. And that's sent long. Stanek Floody. Bridges. Back to Tartaglia now. Kerwood Wagner. Oh, and tries to find Lala. Doesn't quite get there. And here's O'Leary. To Hussein. Time to find Tansin again. But he's Ingham. Going the other way. Hagar. Still Hagar. Haga cut behind. Goes the 1-2 with herself. That's brilliant. Crossed the ball in. Headed away by Juve. And Kenny. Tolios. Kenny again, who's dispossessed. His play on Hussein. Stanek Floody. Pushed off the ball. Here's Tansen. Here's Bridges. Tartaglia. Finds Lala. Still Lala. And she's got space to work with. It is ushering out. Has just driven all the way through. And it's actually a corner here for the Greens. And it's everyone back for Juve. Of course, we've seen Regan Bridges score a header to give them the win a couple weeks ago. And that's sent straight into the edge of the box. Transfer Bridges. Haga cleared once again by Lala, and it's offside call for the visitors. Oh, and she's under pressure here again, Montenegro. And here's O'Leary. He ushers it through the feet. Does dummy it out. Kerwood Wagner. To find Lala. Over the top to Allen. Not quite. And here's Kenny. He knocks it on. Chaya. Playing in a central defence role, which is quite new for her, of course, the fullback. Bridges. Ingham. Dispossessed, and Bridges knocks it all the way back to Murphy. Tries to find Tolios, and she does get there. Bit of a physical battle there. with Layla Butler, former number 17. It is a free kick. Bridges to take. And it's a long ball by Bridges. What she does best to find Haga. Still Haga. Saga turns over again and goes a soft cross into the edge of the box. Ingham to Allen. Still Allen. Still Allen. Cleared by O'Leary. Striked by Ingham. Cleared. And back the other way for Juve as they drive. Stanek Floody. Dispossessed by Tolios. And it will be their throw. The Greens. Haga. Lala. Allen through. Cleared by Chow. Cleared to Ben by Hussein. Jurek. Bridges. Headed on by Tor. It's Kenny. Haga. To Lala. Here's Lala. Still Lala. Across the ball in. Tries to find a player again. It's cleared by Grima. It's back the other way once again. And here's Bridges. Allen now. Allen. Has Coco Parker to find. She doesn't get there. Sophia Varley. Changes the ball. She does have quite a few options. Varley goes long. Hussein over the top of Hussein. And he's O'Leary. Dispossessed by Bridges. And he's Hussein. Goes from distance, Hussein. Over the bar. Layla Hussein, a 16-year-old. Murphy to Tataglia. To Murphy. Back to Bridges, who's driving. Bridges to Tolios. Tries to find Lala, but once again it's cleared by Tansen this time. Bridges. Dispossessed again, and here's Tansen. Knocked on by O'Leary. Kerwood Wagner. To Parker. Allen. Tries to find Hagar, and here's Ingham. Varley secures. Montenegro. Allen. Still Montenegro. Goes back to Theo Jurek. O'Leary chasing. Alongside Reagan Bridges. Still Bridges. Goes down the line and it has gone out for a throw. O'Leary. Dispossessed once again by Kerwood Wagner. And it will be a throw. Looks like it will actually be a corner for the home side. Never mind, it is a throw. It is a corner. And there's not many people up for either side. O'Leary. Crossed in, and it's a beautiful ball into the box. Murphy over the top of her. And all the way over the top of everyone. And back out the other side. And it will be Taylor Murphy's keeper kick. Tartaglia to Kerwood Wagner. Jurek. Still Jurek. Knocks it on. And striked. First time strike there by Butler. And around the ground, South Melbourne are still drawing with Alamein 0-0. And Avondale versus Dandy Thunder. It is 0-0 there as well. Of course, they both kicked off at 3. Killed Wagner. Lala. Still Lala. Knocks it on. Around Graymer, and she does get there. And that's brilliant by Lala. Crosses the ball in and doesn't find anyone again. And straight through. Kenny. It's a long ball across to find Parker, and it actually does find her. Parker has got to get around Montenegro. She does. Now she's got Grima to beat. She doesn't beat her, and she'll drive. Long by Grima to find Hussein. Back to Bridges. Long by Bridges to Hagar, but cleared once again by Chaya. It's knocked on by Hagar, who knocks the ball out of play, and it is cleared. Looks like Grima. She's playing centre back once again, of course. Inverted fullbacks today. Grima usually, of course, traditionally a left back, and Chaya, who's traditionally a right back, both playing in the centre back role today, alongside Ellie Tor. It's long by Sydney Allen, and that's brilliant to Coco Parker. Gets around 1. Cleared by Grima. And that's what she does. Kerwood Wagner. Of course, coming from Heidelberg, Kerwood Wagner didn't play many games for them. There she is. Back by O'Leary and his Parker. It will be a corner. Of course, it is 37 minutes on the clock here at CV Smith Reserve. Looks to be Kenny to take the corner. And can she find a player? She does knock it in. Bridges leaps. Ingham. Still in Ingham. We turn to defender. And has gone back out. This time for a keeper kick. Of course, Rebecca Saber is on the bench for the Greens. Big loss for her. She had missed the last 10 weeks due to injury. She came on for a couple of minutes that last game against Heidelberg. She missed 10 weeks. She was their leading goal scorer at the time. She'd win that NPL Victoria gold medal alongside Maya Markovsky in the 2024 season. Haga. Hussein. And Kenny's tripped. And it will be Bridges. Once again taking the free kick with a long kicks to find Parker. And that's all the way over the top to Lala, who headers it on to Viavali. Cleaning up nicely to Viavali. Knocked on to find Hussein. Bridges clears. Long. Allen. To Ingham. Ingham strikes. It's a great save by Varley. And it will be a keeper kick, rather, so it did not get a touch on the way through. Durick. Is that Kenny? Ingham, who has plays ahead of her. Goes wide to Parker. Parker's offside. And that's a great ball. I thought it was close. That's a great ball by Delaney Kenny. And what a game she's having today. Of course, the American. Grima. Hussein. There's Kenny now. And it's Dio Durick. Montenegro. Long down the line by Montenegro, who stepped on. Has gone straight through it for a goal kick. I thought that was harsh off the ball, but... play on, of course, these two sides have played just twice. It's a 1-1 record between the two sides. Tor. Back to Varley. And he's Tor now. Tor goes long, and that's great for Hussein, who's got Tartaglia. Who goes back to Murphy. Kerwood Wagner now. Under pressure, Kerwood Wagner. Who goes down the line to Lala. Doesn't get there enough. Allen. Here's Parker. Up against Montenegro. And it will be Brunswick UVA to take. Montenegro. On to O'Leary. Back to Montenegro, and it's deflected out. Once again, it will be her throw. Montenegro. Headed on by Coco Parker. As mentioned, 2 times they played each other. Last time it was here, it was 2-1 win for Juve. It's Kenny. Allen. Allen. Chaya. And here's Stanik Floody. Ingham. Long by Tolios. There's Lala. Lala. Up against Grima. And Lala's still Lala. He's tripped. Play on is the call. And Sydney Allen. And offside. And I think that was harsh once again. Of course, he did play advantage. Unsure how he can play on from there, but it is offside. We're into the 44th minute here at CB Smith Reserve. Of course, last time they did play, Brunswick Juve did score first in that 2-1 win here during 2024. So this time last year, the reverse leg was a 1-0 win. Tartaglia to Bridges, back to Tartaglia. Goes to a centre-back partner in Bridges. Long by Bridges to find Parker. Cleared by Montenegro. Juric tries the cheeky Tansin. Allen. Hagar. Lala. Tansen to Hussein to Tansen and goes along to O'Leary, the goal scorer. Offside. It's harsh. Tartaglia to take the free kick. Long by Allen. It's killed. Wagner's driving up the line, and Montenegro gets the better of her. O'Leary. Kenny. She's having a game of her life today, Kenny. Her and Sabine Montenegro. Bridges. Totolios. Haga. Tolios back to Bridges. And Bridges finds Tartaglia. Goes to Parker. Tries the fancy feet, but she does get dispossessed. And he's Juric. Still Juric. And Tolios is there to pick the ball up and go back to Murphy. The fourth official has indicated. Looks like there will be 1 minute added on. Allen. O'Leary. Still O'Leary. Going herself, O'Leary. Gets behind Tartaglia. Still O'Leary. And that could have almost been a great goal. But Tartaglia does get the better of her. And here she is now driving. Tolios. Ingham. Play on is the call. Advantage. Tripped. And that's a free kick and a yellow card. Yellow card for Brunswick Juventus, and there is a free kick here. Not long to go. Sydney Allen to take. Of course, the captain. Could be the equaliser they need, the Bentleigh Greens. Long by Allen. Bridges is there. Varley retains. And that's half-time here at CB Smith Reserve. 1-0 to the home side. We'll be back in 15 minutes. More NPL women's action. I've been Ross Papadakis. Thanks for joining me this first half. Well, welcome back for the second half here at BT Connor Reserve. It's a double change for the Greens. Coming on is number 23, Rebecca Sorba. And coming on is number 13, Belinda Shojevski. Coming off, it's number 10, Coco Parker, and number 22, Olivia Hager. Of course, pretty much like-for-like changes. We did mention that Rebecca Sorba did miss the last 10 games due to injury. She is back now, of course. Was the top goal scorer last season. He's Sydney Allen going the wrong way. He's back on. And Belinda Stojevski, of course. Southern United, Box Hill did spend some time at Preston Lions, Calder United, and back to Box Hill. Did spend some time in the college US system for Eastern Illinois. And here's Tartaglia. Linking up with Ingham, and then it's Tanika Lala. Doesn't quite get there in time. It's gone back to Sophia Varley. O'Leary. Tartaglia. It's long by Solba to Tolios. Ingham. It falls over and it's a free kick edge of the box for Bentleigh Greens. Of course, the scoreline does not reflect the way this game has gone so far, of course. Defensive errors at the back by Bentleigh Greens, and miscommunication led to that goal. Of course, it was Natalia O'Leary who did score. It will be Sydney Allen to take this corner, this free kick rather. Oh, it's everyone forward. And the NPL Victoria gold medalist is on, Rebecca Saba. Sydney Allen goes long, wide of the post. And it'll be Sophia Varley once again in between the sticks. Get us underway, and she's having quite a good game herself as well, actually. Headed by Kerwood Wagner. Allen. Lala. Falls over and Tolios has a chance. Does get there. Lala. Tries to feed it through to Ingham. But Varley retains the ball. Jurich. Sitting in the box there. Jurich. Allen against Jurich. The Montenegro. Allen. Long by Jurich. Once again, it's a heading battle in the middle of the park. Kenny. Kerwood Wagner. And no one's getting. Here's Allen. Tries to feed it through, and here's Hager. Still Hager. Still Hager. He tries to go short. It is cleared once again, but she has another opportunity now. Goes around one. Cleared, and here's Jurich. Hager. Tartaglia. Ingham. Tartaglia. Bridges. Kerwood Wagner. Back to Stojevski. Grima. With Varley. Who goes short? Juric. Chaya. Tartaglia. To Grima. Long by Grima. To Taylor Murphy. This Grima goes back to Varley. Hansen goes to Kenny. And he's Hager, who goes long, and he's Allen, who have a chance. Doesn't quite round Sophia Varley. That's a great save by the keeper. Once again, Kristen Yelloway. And here's O'Leary, the goal scorer. Tries to feed it on. Stojewski gets the better of her. Kenny. Allen turns. Allen sends Lala through. Long by Varley. Hussein. Static Floody. Gerwood Wagner and Long. Falls over the ball, Whaley Torrey. Here's a chance now for Juve. Go the other way. And here's the Greens who have capitalised. Lala sends Allen. And Allen has Hager in the box. So he does go herself to Ingham. To Tolios now. Tolios. Stojewski. Juric. Tripped and a free kick for Juve. Of course, Karina Tolios did play for the home side here. It's a long by Grima. Juric. Allen. Long by Allen, and here's Lala. He's offside. Once again, offside is the call, and there will be a change getting ready to come on for Juve. Varley. Ingham. Long by Ingham. It's along the floor to Varley. Juric. Grima. O'Leary. Curl to Wagner. Goes. She's pulled back, but it's play on. Hager. Is Butler. O'Leary. Back to Butler. Still Butler. And Butler's going herself. She's got 4 men in front of her to beat. It's long by Sojewski. And he's Lala. Still Lala. And Lala will line up for a shot. And he's Allen, who's got space. Who goes from distance. Sydney Allen. Long by Varley. Here's Kenny. Knocked on to Allen. And knocked wide, and he's Hager now. Who slots it through, and it's a goal for Rebecca Hager. Who gets her first goal for the season. Missed the last 10 games with injury, Rebecca Hager. And that's exactly what Bentleigh Greens wanted as a reply. Had an outstanding season last year at Alamein. Won the gold medal alongside Maya Markovsky. Played the first two games here. And then got injured. And she's back. Rebecca Hager's back for the Greens. And it's a substitution for Juventus. Coming on, it's number 11, Danny McKenzie. Coming off, it is Holly Tansen. Of course, Danny McKenzie's capped at youth level nationally. Of course, New Zealander. Did spend some time in the college US system with Aquinas College. 17 goals in 21 games last season at Melbourne Uni in the VPL. And she's obviously here playing on the wing as number 11. There she is now. Long by Sojevski. Here she is now, Mackenzie. Jurich. Butler. O'Leary. Mackenzie. Still Mackenzie. Butler. Stanik Floody. Driving. Juve. Tripped. It's going to be a free kick. Of course, on the bench for Juve. Mia Sakirsi, Natasha Kolozamo, Sienna Kapala, Tiana Orfanidis, and Tiana Pandov. Of course, Danny McKenzie has come on in place of Holly Tansen, and it's a double change earlier in the game for Bentleigh Greens. Belinda Stojevski came on, and Rebecca Solba came on, who just scored a goal. Elsewhere, Izzy Fernandez, Caitlin DeRay, Natalie Pickak, and Mauve Brown. And it's sent into the box. There's no issues there for Taylor Murphy. And she does have a defender sitting very deep. Does Taylor Murphy, former also Alamein goalkeeper. She goes along. Finds Kenny. Goes to the top of Kenny. Here's Lala. Tolios. Butler. Chaya. Back to Jurich. She's limping. Torre. Grima. It's a great save there by Montenegro. Who's pushed. And here's Lala. Kerwood Wagner. Send on to Chaya. Tries to get O'Leary onto the end of it, and it's a free kick this time for the Greens. And there will be Bridges to take quickly. Goes wide. It's a Kerwood Wagner. And long. It's Allen. Still Allen. Ball into the box by Allen. Doesn't quite reach Sabre. And it's played short. Tory. Tartaglia. Allen. Long, and here's Lala. Strike by Lala. And just wide. Because elsewhere, South Melbourne is drawing 0-0 to Alamein, and Avondale have just gone 1-0 up. Dandy Thunder through a Luca Tavia goal. Of course, it's 1-1 here as well. There's more action tonight in the league, and that's beautiful by Tolios. Sent along by Chaya. Now by Butler. Haber. Ingham. Jurich. Tolios. Ingham. Goes to Lala. It's going to be Nathalie Chaya. Again with Nathalie Chaya. Long by Stanik Floody. And out once again. Chaya to take. Is Lala. She's got Hager in front of her. She does go to her. It's a heavy touch. Has gone back out. Chaya. Herwood Wagner. Jurich. Kenny. And it's chipped. Tolios. Tolios driving. Cuts on the inside. Lateral ball wide to Ingham. Kenny. And that's great by Kerwood Wagner. Just cleared Kenny. Pushed off the ball, but it's play on. Tolios. To Bridges. He's playing very attacking Bridges. To Haber. Well, it's a bit of a missed kick, but Dojewski's there. Allen. Tory. Butler. Bridges. Back to Allen. Cuts through to Lala. And here's Ingham. Over the top to Lala. Hager. Back to Allen. Allen. To Lala. Who will go first time. She won't. Cuts inside and it's deflected out by Ellie Tory. There will be a throw. Ellie Tory. And then Dandenong Thunder have just equalised against Avondale. And South Melbourne still 0-0 in that game, of course. That's second versus third. This is sent in quick. Varley. It's long by Varley. Hussein. Bridges. Stojevski. Allen. Long to Lala. Offside is the call, but that's a great piece of football by Bentleigh Greens. Restart play. Of course, it's 1-1 here. Last verse, second last. Of course, this could have complications on relegation out of the NPL. It's Kerwood Wagner battling against Jurich. Montenegro. Back to the keeper. And Varley's under pressure by Lala. And here's Hager. And Ingham. Still Ingham. He goes wide to Lala. Costs the ball in. Again, it's over the bar. Looks like there's a player on the floor. Getting some treatment. While we hold in play, of course, we'll give you some score updates from around the grounds. Heidelberg has just kicked off against FE Academy. South Melbourne is still drawing 0-0 against Alamein. And Dandenong Thunder are drawing against Avondale. Of course, it's just 1-1 here in this game. It was a goal by O'Leary to open the scoring for Juventus. And a goal back by Rebecca Saber. And there is a change coming on for Juve. Coming on is Sienna Capella. And coming off is number 25, Layla Hussein. Of course, Sienna Capella does have a goal to her name this season, the 21-year-old. See if she can make a difference in this remaining couple of minutes here at CB Smith Reserve. Of course, there is 20 minutes left on the clock here at CB Smith. Kenny. Allen. Sleeves Lala through, and she doesn't get there enough. But Varley will restart with Tory. Driving. Butler. Chea. Long by Chea to find Kapala. Doesn't. Ends Lala to Allen. And Allen likes to strike from distance. But it's Ingham. Gets a knock on. And Varley's done well to save it. And that was great by Ingham. And that's great by Varley as well. And it's taken quickly. And is Montenegro. Goes down the line to Kapala. Is knocked off the ball by Stojevski. Kerwood Wagner to Allen. Feeds Kerwood Wagner through. Cross the ball in. Has deflected once again. It will be a corner. And Siena Capello is up. Just a healthy welcome into the game, of course. Just had some water. But it will be Kenny who takes it. Chance to make it 2-1 here. Of course, they haven't won since that 1-0 win against Alamein. Quite a shock result for the side. Flying high at the top of the league. There's Kenny. And that's a great strike. And Varley taking her time to restart, wearing the number 2 shirt. Sophia Varley, of course, fresh off 4 seasons with Melbourne City. Also a part of the Sydney Uni setup in the NPL New South Wales. Just 21 years of age, of course. Varley. Chaya, headed. Mackenzie. The Tartaglia has gone out off. Chaya. Long throw to Butler. Siena Capello has pushed off the ball. Still Siena Capello now. Tartaglia. Ingham. And Allen. Advantage played. And it's gone wide to Lala. She's got 1 to beat. She gets around 1. Goes back to Tolios. Tolios crossed. It's a bit wide. Kerwood Wagner. To Allen. Still Allen. Long. Capella. Headed on by Stosevsky. Kenny on the floor. Montenegro. Capella. Knocks it on. Tackled. And that's a great tackle by Reagan Bridges. No nonsense. She's on the floor. She's the substitute. Siena Capella. Back up on her feet. It is their throw as well. Looks to be Montenegro to take it. O'Leary. Free kick. Juric looks to take. Chaya. Chaya. Here's Tolios. Pushed out. It's their throw as well. And there will be a substitute here. And coming on is Caitlin Starray. Coming off is Olivia Ingham. Of course, Caitlin Starray kicked off her footballing journey in Tassie. Did spend 11 seasons there with Launceston City. Made the move to Melbourne in 2018. She did play for Box Hill. And after 2 seasons there, a couple at Alamein. She's now here, the 33-year-old. At the Greens, sitting in probably the centre of the midfield in that little pocket, is Lala, who will go look for Starray. She doesn't. She's beat 3. Chaya. Long by Tartaglia. And all the way back to Varley. Tor. Kenny. Tartaglia. Down the line by Tartaglia. It's held back. She plays on. Lala. Tricky feed by Lala. To Tolios. To Allen. Stare. Kerwood Wagner now. Crossed by Kerwood Wagner. Cleared by Grima. Retained by Grima. He goes down the line. To Montenegro. To the middle. Back to her. Still Montenegro. Trips on the floor. It is a free kick. And it will be a free kick for Juve. Into the box. Headed on by Stare. The opposite direction. Hager. Turns her man. Is Kenny. Long by Kenny and he's Lala. Who has Allen in front of her. Montenegro deals with it nicely and goes back to Varley. Juric. Oh, good by O'Leary. And it's not offside and here's Kapala. Still Kapala. And it will be their throw again. Cleared to safety by Reagan Bridges. Kerwood Wagner. Long to Hager. Juric. Kenny. To Lala. Still Lala. Crossed by Lala over the top of Varley. Just wide of the post. By Tanika Lala. And here's Hager with a chance. Kenny. Goes across to Tolios. Tolios strikes. Has gone back out for a keeper kick. Sophia Varley. It's 0-0 in both those games that have kicked off. South Melbourne at 3. It is 0-0. Heidelberg versus the Academy is also 0-0. 20 minutes into that fixture there. Headed on by Mackenzie. Kapala. Bridges. Montenegro. Still Montenegro. Goes. Offside. Is Kapala. Bridges. Long, and here's Hager. Cuts around to one, doesn't get the better of Elitor. Knocks it out for a throw in. And it's a chance here. That's Kapala, who tries to find O'Leary. Pressure on Murphy. Headed on by Allen. And Lala. Against Grima. Hager to Kenny. Kerwood Wagner. Long to Lala. Across the face. Allen. Just gets through her feet. Has just gone out. And it's a quick ball taken, but no one's there. Bridges. Butler to Allen. Hager. Storey. It goes to Tolios. Crosses it in. And Storey's there to clean up the seconds. Lala. Cleared by Mackenzie. Tolios. Hager. O'Leary. To Kapala. Kapala's through. She's got Stojevski to beat. She does beat her. She goes through. And it's a goal for Sienna Kapala. And what could be the winner for Brunswick Juventus? Sienna Kapala off the bench. And it's beautiful link up there with her teammate to round the keeper. And the 21-year-old Sienna Kapala gets her seconds for the season. And is there enough time for Bentleigh Greens to do something with this? And there's a change. Their response is a change. And coming off is Delaney Kenny. And coming on is Morv Brown. A new signing coming over from Box Hill. Morv Brown. Maeve. Morv. It's long by Sosevsky. And that is 4 substitutions made in 3 interchanges. So only room for one more change for the Greens. And of course the substitute Sienna Kapala came on and scored the winner in what could be the winner. Hager, another substitute who scored. Tolios. Stojevski. Kerwood Wagner. Kerwood Wagner's driving. Still Kerwood Wagner. He's gone around 2. Cross the ball in. Here's the corner. And it will be a corner. Sydney Allen lining over it. Salvage a point out of this game. Sydney Allen. Headed. On by Rebecca Saber. Could have been the equaliser. It's just 5 minutes left on the clock as well here. At CB Smith Reserve. Of course, plus additional time. And this is not good for implications at the bottom of the league. It would mean Bentleigh Greens would be dead last by a point. Of course, 2 wins, 2 draws and 9 losses for the Greens, which would what be 3 wins and 11 losses for Juventus. Means they'd be up by a point. And of course, if the Academy played today against Heidelberg, it's top of the league. Tolios. Brown. Tartaglia. To Brown. Crossed by Brown. Deflected by Chaya. Still Brown. Crossed by Brown. Back into Sophia Varley's arms. Long by Varley. Off Mackenzie's head. Tolios. Kerwood Wagner. Taken quickly is Lala. Just cut into the box. The corner flag, rather. Takes the corner. Takes the throw to Allen. Cost the ball in. Here's Hager with a chance to equalise. Hager. Tartaglia. Storey. Stay right again. Tackled. And it's a free kick for the Greens. And South Melbourne's just gone 1-0 up against second placed Alamein. And Heidelberg United have just gone 1-0 up against FV Academy. Implications at the bottom and top of the league in both fixtures here. Sent into the box nicely. It's Lala. Allen. Storey. Stojevski. Bridges. Over the top, and Hager's got a chance. Allen. Crossed by Allen. Tolios. Storey. Tolios. Cleared. And me Brown to take the throw. To Tolios. Against Butler. It's gone out for a keeper kick. A corner. And there's still time. Allen. Crosses the ball in. Finds a head, it doesn't. Varley retains. Varley will slow the game down in between the sticks. Butler. Storey. Free kick to the Greens. Tartaglia. To Bridges. Kerwood Wagner. Down the line to Lala. Doesn't quite get to Hager. And through. Here's Sienna Capello with another chance to break the dreams of the Greens. It's battling Capello against 3 Bentleigh Greens defenders. An out and a throw for the home side. Crossed into the box. Chance for Butler. Chased by Brown. Out by Brown. And we're into additional time here on the clock. And it'll be an additional minimum of 4 minutes of added time here at CV Smith Reserve. And that's a yellow card for the captain, Natalie Chaya. It goes quick. O'Leary, crossed. Kenzie. Brown. Storey. Allen. Knocked on by Allen. She's chasing. She's got Kapala to beat. Kapala gets there before her. Stojewski. Allen. Long by Allen to Kerwood Wagner now. Kerwood Wagner along the floor. Grima. Kapala. Back to Grima and Long. Is O'Leary. Beautiful turn by O'Leary. She's only got Mackenzie in front of her. And it's knocked out by Stojewski. Taken. Kerwood Wagner. Tolios. Hager. Kerwood sent up the field. And keep a kick. There's not long left here on the clock. Just 2 minutes, you would think, left. Headed on to Hager. Grima. Allen. Lala. Crossed by Lala. Finds Tolios. Cleared once again. And here's Hager. Kerwood. Wagner. Wagner. Hager. Lala. Hager. There's not long left here now. It is a keeper kick. It's a yellow card for the captain, Sydney Allen. And it was a game of opportunity here at CV Smith Reserve. Defensive errors and capitalizing on them. Story of football here between Bentleigh Greens and Brunswick Juventus. And Varley will get us back underway. Headed by Storey. Tolios. To Brown. Here's Lala. It's knocked out. It will be a corner for the away side to save something from this game. It will be a goal kick. Decision changed. And that should be it here on the clock. Varley. Brown. Headed on. Butler. Kapala. Tartaglia back to the keeper. And he's Murphy. And that's full time here at CB Smith Reserve. Brunswick Juve 2, Bentleigh Greens 1. There was a goal. Sienna Capella, the difference maker in this game. Of course, the opening goal by Natalia O'Leary. And Rebecca Saber with the Greens goal here at CB Smith Reserve. Dire times for Bentleigh Greens and the NPL Women's. I've been Ross Papadakis. I'll be back next week. Stay tuned for more NPL Victoria action on the NPL Victoria YouTube channel. Thanks for joining me this Saturday afternoon.